Bam, the B team, we're back.
Bam!
The season is over, but we are now starting with free agency, trade deadline, or not trade deadline, franchise tag deadline, signings, all that good stuff. Obviously, you know what we're going to talk about today. Quarterback situations, the Jets, Lamar, franchise tags, Danny Dimes, all the whole 9 yards.
Now, before we get into that, everyone that is listening or has listened is tuned in. 1, thank you. 2, you know that Mike's been studying his ass off for this exam. So we got to give it up for him real quick because this motherfucker passed.
Yep.
Let's go, Mike. Let's go, Mike.
First time, I'll give you a little insight. So I'm in finance/sales. I have to get licensed. So I have to take a bunch of exams. Well, actually, just really 2 or 3. First one I took is the SIE. And I passed it. You get 3 attempts. It's a big book, about 260 pages. I read it word for word, highlighted everything. It sucked, but we passed it first try. Now I will take the 7, which is going to also suck, and that's about almost 500 pages.
Yeah, not to go off topic here because this is a big achievement, but speaking of 7, Liverpool 7-0 against Man U. Fuck the Manx. Y'all a bunch of bullshit motherfuckers. Y'all suck. Y'all suck. You suck.
Sign. So, all right, we'll get in that real quick. So, where is the season right now? So, what are we in? Is it just Premier League? Just regular season?
Premier League, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Arsenal's a team of destiny.
Arsenal is up top. Chelsea just got blessed apparently today.
No. Oh, they got blessed today, but Chelsea sucks. No, but that was Champions League today.
Gotcha. Okay.
In the Premier League, they are terrible.
Okay. That makes sense.
And then you got Manchester City's in second. Man U, because we just beat them 7-0, will not catch any of them. And then you got Tottenham, but then we have a game in hand on Tottenham. So really, we're in 4th place right now, Liverpool.
Okay, but Tottenham are they like a fool's gold team?
Yeah, dude.
Okay,
it's just Harry Kane.
What about Heung-min Son?
I'm pretty sure he comes off the bench right now. And then they got Richarlison, who actually, I don't think he scored this year.
Is a player of the year for the Premier, Marcus Rashford. Is he up there?
You could say comeback player of the year, maybe.
Comeback player of the year?
Because he disappeared last year.
Okay, gotcha. So Man U's a bunch of frauds.
Yeah, Man U's a bunch of frauds. Gotcha. They got this one dude, Lisandro Martinez, who they call the Butcher. Motherfucker ain't no butcher.
Yeah,
the Egyptian king made him. The Egyptian king literally broke his ankles. He made him touch the earth, slid it in behind. Cody Gakpo chipped the keeper. Goal.
So Roberto Firmino is having the year of his life right now? No. I saw you post on Instagram.
No, yeah. So shout out to Bobby Firmino. He's leaving Liverpool at the end of the year.
He's leaving?
Yeah, because he doesn't want to be a squad player and take up space in the squad. Realize that they need to move forward. Shout out to him, club legend.
And Van Dijk is healthy, correct?
Yeah, GOAT.
Okay. Yeah,
just got in the top 11 of the year.
He's a damn good center back, that's for sure.
Yes.
And also shout out, I know I wasn't here, Kevin O'Toole. He was on the pod. He also played in
the opener.
The opener.
They've had a game since.
And he almost hit a 30-yarder.
Yeah, it would have been a banger. I actually said to my dad, because we were watching the game together, and when he hit that, I was like, we almost had the B team bump happen.
We almost blew up.
It would have been sick.
But you know what, Kevin? I wish I could have been there, but we're wishing you the best always. And we're what was that one reel that was posted and people were coming at him on Twitter?
No.
I
asked him if people come at him on Twitter and Instagram, like how much he sees. I think what did I say? How much do you see on social media or something?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And he basically was like, because like he's not one of the biggest players at the moment, he sees a lot of it just because like not many people are tweeting Kevin O'Toole. So when they do, it's like he sees it. But I just basically told him like, hey, I'm going to look up your name every single day. And if anyone's coming at you, the B team's coming at them.
But I wonder, since he's not the biggest known player right now, no offense to Kevin, I mean, he's young, but he's a bench player and he's now starting to get some PT. Obviously, it's only one game of the season. I wonder if he will only get these positive feedback comments on Twitter, or they see him like, oh, this guy shouldn't deserve to play.
Yeah, like they could be asking, why is he on the field?
Exactly. Yeah.
To which
so,
I'll just keep sending. I will clip that video where
like,
he
why are
hit
you
the
still in your mom's
crossbar.
basement?
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Like, why are you sitting behind your keyboard? Come say it to his face.
Exactly. Like,
Go to the training ground, say it to his face.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Get in his head, make him play.
I like that. I like that we have his back here. I like that we have his back here because these guys are just some bots. That's all they are. But besides that, again, we wish you the best. But let's get into the good stuff.
Enough soccer.
Let's get into the good stuff here.
Let's get into the real football.
I guess we'll go by quarterback, and then we'll just go from there. So we'll start with Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
God bless you.
Thank you. Derek Carr signed a deal with the Saints. Almost $150 million deal. He's getting about 35 to 37 a year.
Yep.
He was the front runner to go to the Jets. Now is not. He is now a Saint. So we'll start there. We'll move on to each quarterback, and we'll go, and then we'll start with all the tags and whatnot. So Derek Carr, what are your guys' thoughts? What do you think?
I mean, my biggest thing so the whole Derek Carr thing, I think we kind of saw it coming. When he went down to the Saints, like that one got way more traction than any of his other visits got. As far as that's just what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
And my biggest thing now what for the Jets? Because you got Lamar today, you got Rodgers, you got some of these guys that are out there that are for the taking. The Jets have to get somebody. Like they can't be sitting around doing all this. They have to get someone before the draft.
Agreed. So again, I did want Derek Carr. I thought he would be great for the foundation of the Jets and them building. I think the reason he did go to the Saints was one, the head coach there, I believe his name is Dennis Allen, actually drafted him. Mm-hmm. So reuniting him with the coach and also being in a division that's not that powerful, where you really only have, I would say, I wouldn't even throw the Bucs in there. Maybe.
Do you want to hear the quarterback situation in that division?
It's Kyle Trask for the Bucs. You got Darnold or Matt Corral for the Panthers, but I can see them getting somebody.
Matt Corral or Jacob Eason for the Panthers.
Or Jacob Eason.
Because all those quarterbacks were on one-year deals.
Yep. So, it'll be interesting to see if they either trade or they just let Sam Walker sign him. And then you got, obviously, potentially Lamar. Actually, I don't think it's going to happen.
No,
but
Diana
Marcus Mariota or whoever they're going to get, and I really have no idea why they're not going all in for him. But
I don't think Marcus Mariota is there anymore either. They cut him.
Yeah.
So now it's Ritter and Logan Woodside.
Desmond Ritter, okay, he was a draft pick, I believe, last year.
Yes.
And then we have obviously Derek Carr. Right now, I think it's between. I'm going to sound nuts for this. The Panthers and the Saints. For some reason, I just don't think the Bucs are going to do it. I don't. But I think the Saints are easily front runners now since they're the only team with a quarterback that's proven. But I'm happy for Derek Carr. Maybe we did dodge a bullet. I thought that was probably, out of the three options for the Jets, the safest option. And I thought it would have been great to actually see him have a defense. That's what all the quarterbacks, Lamar, Aaron, whoever we get. But we might have dodged a bullet, we might have not. But I kind of wish him well because I think he will be good. I mean, it's going to be tough to judge now since he's going to be in the NFC South, but he'll do fine. If he doesn't make the playoffs, then damn, I was wrong. He's bad.
Yeah. So I mean, one thing to look at for the Saints is that will they have Kamara? Because it's looking like he's going to get a pretty big suspension coming up here.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't have his number one running back, the beginning of the season could be a bit tough for them.
I think they're a team that it looks like they're a win now team just because of how bad that division is, but they can definitely. They got Chris Olave, they got Juwan Johnson, two good players. They have a decent defense. It's good. It's not bad. They can make some noise, but I don't think anyone's going to take them seriously, even if they do make the playoffs. I think they'll maybe win one game, but no, they're not making it all the way.
This division would be like very competitive in the XFL.
Yes.
Very competitive.
That would be the top division in the XFL.
Oh, definitely. But they wouldn't be like undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be a solid batting like 666.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
that's pretty good. So it would be like Alabama versus maybe like a JUCO school that nobody knows about. How's that?
Yeah. It
Okay.
would be a solid like 64-7 game.
Gotcha. I like
Once they
that.
put the fourth strings in. The guys that look like me.
Yeah, and myself. So Derek Carr to the Saints. He's done.
Yeah.
Gas, you got anything on that?
I thought he was going to go to Carolina
Mm.
with Frank Reich. I thought that would have been a good combo. I do think the Saints are kind of going to suck. Like, they're not that much better than the Raiders were. I don't think Carr really has that much of a better roster here.
Okay.
No,
But,
yeah.
I mean, they don't have competition in the division, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Staying in the division, I do want to talk about that Carolina Panthers job because Frank Reich is there, and we all know he loves Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz doesn't have a team right now. Does he end up on the Panthers? Like,
I think that's a.
I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's like it's gonna happen. Shit,
No
can't
one's
think of
saying
word.
a word about it, but I feel like that's just going to be something that appears sometime between now and the draft.
I honestly how I love my little underdog teams. I think Carolina is an intriguing position because they actually have a lot of good young players on defense.
Yeah.
They got Derek Brown, they got J.C. Horn, they got that one safety. Oh my god, I can't think of his name. But they got some good players. Obviously, DJ Moore. They got Deontay Foreman. They got Ekim and Conwu, whatever that one
Yeah.
guard. Like they have some good young
got pieces.
foundational players, and they have Frank Reich, who I still think is a good coach. I just think the Colts he just needed a reset.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting pick because again, one of the crappier divisions in the league. You get someone who's possibly competent enough to just take over that job as a quarterback.
Yeah.
Like they could make the playoffs, but dude, regardless, none of them are going to be winning the Super Bowl.
No.
We could be wrong. Listen, there's a whole other reset of the year where we're at these early takes.
Yeah, and I'm still riding my take from the beginning of the year that Kyle Trask should be the starter of the Buccaneers.
We
I
haven't
thought he
heard
should have
enough.
been. I thought he should have been the starter this past year.
We haven't heard enough from him, but you know what? This year, I have this post-it notes. We'll put on takes
We gotta
here.
do it.
And also, I want to do a little bit more segments where we're really trying to predict the years to come.
I have an idea that I wanted to run by you guys.
Let's hear it.
What if we made a bingo card for so during preseason we all pick somebody for each thing. So we have like MVP as one of the corners, like offensive player of the year, rookie of the year. We have all these pieces, coach of the year. Just go through who's going to lead in rushing yards, this, and we all pick somebody, and whoever's bingo card wins.
Yeah, I like that.
I think that'd be fun.
For sure. I think that'd be awesome because this year, I feel like the NFL has gotten to like peak athletic, just talented guys that we've never seen before.
Mhm.
Especially even like it's crazy because this draft class is not that strong, but it's still strong at
strong.
the same time. Like
Yeah.
you have a lot of explosive guys, running backs. This is a big running back class if you guys haven't known. Like a lot of these guys are really solid.
Mhm.
Receivers, like you can have a couple sleepers, but this QB class is going to be the most intriguing part of it, I think. I mean, seeing what the Bears do, seeing what quarterback goes where, it's going to be fun to see. I mean, I don't think people really pay attention to the defensive side. You got Jalen Carter and Will Anderson, but we won't get too in deep at that. But that will be once the draft comes up. What do you got? You got something?
No, I
On the
I just remembered this while we're still on the South before we move on. I mean, another quarterback hit the market, Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston.
Speaking of competent,
Mhm.
I mean, Mr. 30-30 himself is now on the market. I mean, New Orleans, I'm just reading this straight off of what Adam Schefter said right now. So this is not my take. This is Adam Schefter's take. So if it's wrong, we can all go
Breaking?
fuck Adam Schefter. Nope, this broke on March 6th. New Orleans could move and save $4.4 million against the salary cap, but it would take on $11.2 million in dead money. A post-June 1st cut would save $12.8 million. So they're going to cut him.
Mhm.
They can't keep him. But it'd be interesting to see where he ends up.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are some teams that view him as a starter. Just I feel like he's the biggest bridge quarterback there is. Like him and Trubisky are in the same exact category, whether you like it or not. I mean, we know Jameis has had his year. Like he had actually a decent year with the Bucs where he went 30 for 30.
Yeah.
And he threw like 5,000 yards. But yeah, they got Derek Carr. Who knows? Andy Dalton will probably be their backup, but they'll find a way, I think, and I think they'll win it. But let's move on. Who do you want to start with now? You want to go Lamar? You want to go Aaron? Gino, 3 years, 105 mil. Good for him.
Good for him.
I'm happy for Gino.
He's
That's
making
sick.
$52 million next year. That's more than he made in his first 10 years in the league.
I respect it because I actually like that move because one, Gino played well. I mean, he had a really good resurrected year, and it can give time for the Seahawks to really build out the rest of their roster. And I think because I think they have like the number 5 or 4 pick or whatever. They can get another lineman. They could get another DN. They can get a bunch of players that I know they have a bunch of picks, but they can get a bunch of players that are going to solidify that spot for a while. They'll have Jamal X-Jet Adams coming back. I mean, if Gino can replicate exactly what he did this past year, I think they can definitely make the playoffs again. I mean, the Niners will be good, but the Niners are still a question mark. I mean, is Brock Purdy the guy? Is Trey Lance going to be there and be the guy? I mean, we don't know. Those guys are getting a lot older now. A lot of those linemen on the Niners, they're going to be gone. Some might get signed. So I still don't think the Rams they're back. They went all in. They're going to be down for a couple years. Yeah. And then the Cardinals are the Cardinals. And it's between the Seahawks and the Niners.
But the Cardinals are another team where I'm like, I look at them and I'm just saying, you can't be as bad as you were last year. It's like what I said about Russell Wilson. Like, yeah, my take this whole year was that he's ass cheeks. And it was correct.
Yes.
But I'm not going to say that for him next year because there's no way he can be as bad as he was this year next year.
That's so funny you said that because I was talking to my buddies about it, and I actually think he's going to bounce back.
Who, Russell Wilson?
I do.
No, I do too. I think with Sean Payton, he can be really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a little bit of, I don't know how to say this, with what's his name? There just
wasn't familiarity with it.
And he wasn't experienced. Like, he didn't know how to handle some of the shit that Russell Wilson was putting on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Sean Payton's already, like, stomped out all his bullshit.
Yeah, well, he's just such a good coach. But the thing is, I think with Russ, too, like, just being with Pete Carroll for so long and just transitioning to a system that's completely new. In Denver, obviously, high altitude, it's tight over there. But it's just a way different swing of things. Like I feel like that system just was not developed for him by Nate Hackett. But listen, they moved on, and I think Sean Payton will go in there and absolutely, I wouldn't say resurrect him, but he'll be a much better quarterback. I'll give him a top 15 quarterback.
Yeah.
And that still might be low, but let's go Aaron or Lamar?
Let's go Aaron.
All right. This is gonna be the stuff right here. Aaron. I'll give out my 2 cents. Muller, you, Gassy, you. So I still think we wait for Lamar. I don't care. I do not care. All right, we're gonna get on that, but
we've been doing this with every quarterback. It comes down to Aaron Rodgers and a quarterback, Aaron Rodgers and this quarterback, Aaron Rodgers and that quarterback, and we were just like, all right, so that one doesn't want to come, so we have Aaron, but we could wait for, like, if you guys don't get Lamar, here's what's going to happen. You're going to be like, all right, we could have Rodgers, or we could hold out for Jameis Winston.
yeah, like, honestly.
It's coming. I can see it. It's coming. So, give it 1 week. It'll be here.
So, Douglas, Saleh, Woody's not there, Nate Hackett, and a bunch of other Jets officials were on a plane today. They spoke with Aaron yesterday. They had conversations with him. Packers allowed the Jets to talk to him, and
which means there might be a trade offer on the table.
Exactly. So
yes.
There could be a trade offer. We won't probably know till tomorrow. But they flew today to California where Rodgers is now, and they are possibly speaking to him probably at this moment or have spoken to him. So now here's the thing that we always reiterated. So do we want Rodgers? Yeah. Of course we want Rodgers. I mean, who wouldn't want Aaron Rodgers? Like, I know I was shitting on him like crazy. Is he a good quarterback? Yes, we know that. He's elite. Now, they need to figure out, are you committed to playing for us more than 1 year? Because the same thing happened with Favre. Favre, in his prime, left the Packers after 15 years, went to the desperate Jets, I think the Jets are still doing the same thing, but in a different manner. And nothing happened. And he was only 1 year. The Jets are in a different position now where I think they're eligible to take a home run at it and go swing for the fences. But Rodgers needs to want to play. You know he's still contemplating retirement. Like, he's still thinking about it. He might not even come to the Jets. He might not even want to play football. So listen, I think Woody is the reason they are there now. If Woody had no say, Carr would have been a Jet. I firmly believe that. I believe Saleh and Joe Douglas wanted Derek Carr, and they did not want to deal with Aaron Rodgers. However, Woody chimed in, wants Aaron Rodgers. Here we are. And for the sake of their jobs, they just have to do it. And I get that. But I think, are we contenders? Are we Super Bowl contenders? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think, no matter who you guys got, I don't think you would have been Super Bowl contenders. Because I think you would have been, playoff contenders, and you would have made noise in the playoffs.
Agreed.
You would have had a possibility of going to the Super Bowl, but never. I don't think there was any way possible, unless you got Mahomes and like 5 other players. There was no way you were going to be someone that's like top 4 Super Bowl favorite.
Mm-hmm.
You were always going to be, maybe you're in the top 8 or 10, maybe 10, 12. It was never going to be top 4.
Yeah.
So I think that Aaron Rodgers gives you a side of, like, he can mentor. And I've been saying this for a couple weeks now, but now I'm not even talking about quarterbacks. Look what he did with his wide receivers last year. You got some young guys on offense and defense. He can help the corners, he can help the safeties, he can help the whole team with his knowledge and the way he practices.
The thing is with Aaron, though, does he really want to do that? Does he, like, I think he was frustrated by the way his receivers were, where he had to teach them what to do. I don't think, and this is where it goes, it's all fucking circle, where we talk about his personality and how he is as a person. He might be the greatest person, greatest locker room person. I think he just wants to go in there, obviously spill knowledge, but not mentor Zach Wilson. He's not there to mentor Zach Wilson. He's out of the picture right now. He doesn't matter.
But the other thing is, he's not going in there mentoring rookies. These guys have been in for a year. Like, the guys that he was mentoring last year were legit rookies, first year in the league. For sure. Yep. This time around, he can just give like little nuggets. It's not like he's trying to teach them football.
Agreed. Yes.
So I think it's a little different than what he had to deal with last year.
I feel like it's, in a good way and a bad way, like such a desperation move, because like the Jets just need somebody. But I don't want to get in this cycle where we're like the Colts, where we're constantly in the cycle of just getting veterans for 1-2 years. Yeah. Like, that's why I wanted Carr, but at least we know our ceiling is much higher if we do, it's not confirmed, if we do get Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
We can definitely win that division. I think the Bills are on decline. The Dolphins, who knows about Tua, but
the Bills are definitely on decline because Stephon Diggs is coming to the Cowboys.
Probably, and it just seems like they're falling apart. I don't know. I just get that feeling, and it's just not working.
Well, they're kind of seeing what happened in the past happen again. It's just they never made it to the Super Bowl, and it's happening a lot quicker, the decline.
Mm-hmm. So where do you think, if the Jets do sign Rodgers, how long and where do you think we end up in the season? So we'll say 2 seasons.
One thing is, I think you sign him no more than, it won't be any longer than 3 years.
No way.
You'll get 2 or 3 years.
2 max.
And he'll play 2. He'll analyze again. And if you guys do well and you guys make playoff runs, he'll stay for another 2. Because think about it, he's only contemplating all this because the Green Bay Packers can't do shit in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Like, Green Bay would be so smart to just keep him in the NFC because they know he's not going to do anything once he gets to the playoffs. So if he can go to the AFC, play for the Jets, and somehow get to, let's say, a conference championship, make it to a Super Bowl, I think that he'll get a little seed in his brain where he's like, hey, like, maybe we could do this, and he'll stick around trying to get that Super Bowl.
It's a very win now mode.
I think next year is huge for the future of the Jets.
Like, I wouldn't be shocked if we were favorites to win the AFC East if he came to the Jets.
I think they'll still give it to Miami or Buffalo.
For sure.
But you guys won't be last.
For sure, 100%.
New England will be last.
Yes. Gassy, what do you think on this?
Yeah, I think the Jets are going to end up with Rodgers. I mean, it's who they wanted the whole time. They're visiting with him now. It just makes too much sense. I think they're going to get him. I just don't know what the asking price is going to be. Hopefully they can get him without giving up a first, because, I mean, Rodgers has all the leverage. Wherever he wants to go, that's where Green Bay has to trade him. So maybe you can give up like a second or third for him.
But the thing is, though, like, does Aaron have all the leverage? Because I don't know. Is he still under contract? Because they still have to trade him.
He
From
doesn't
the
have
Packers.
a no-trade clause, but they've always kind of treated him like he does. Like, they're not just going to ship him somewhere he doesn't want to go. And
Yeah.
a team is not going to trade for Aaron Rodgers when he's not bought in.
They're not gonna like the thing is though, the Packers are gonna lowball the shit out of us though. You know that they're gonna at least want a first round pick.
See, but this whole situation with Green Bay and Rodgers, it's like a couple that knows that they don't want to be together, and they're just like neither of them actually want to pull the trigger.
Did you watch Coward?
No, I didn't.
Okay, 'cause
Why?
he said that.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Fuck.
He said they're like you're like the couple as a kid and just like stays together.
God damn it.
Hey,
Come on,
that's,
man.
That's a good point though. You didn't know that. That's good.
I didn't know that. But hey, Aaron Rodgers. No, but seriously, that's like what it is. Like, Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to look like a bad guy going to his next team and have that image where like he's forcing his way out. And Green Bay doesn't want to have the image with their fans and everything acting like they're forcing him out. But at this point, everyone knows that Green Bay, you don't want Rodgers.
And I think the fans
Just
know
let
that,
him
too.
go.
The fans know that. I don't even think they want him back.
Not to mention, it's not a bad thing to get rid of him.
It's really not though. Like,
Jordan Love is a good quarterback. He showed us he's a good quarterback.
He sat behind Rodgers. Obviously, it's shown with Favre. He leaves, and then fucking Rodgers plays, and he's in his prime.
It's the
They're
same
expecting
shit
same
over
thing.
and over and over.
Exactly. So you might as well just take a shot with him and see how he plays. He looked pretty damn good when he played
Yeah.
that 1 or 2 games with the Packers.
Yes.
But so yeah, I honestly think I think again they were all in on Rodgers at the start. Obviously, we wanted different. Now let's transition. Lamar, he gets the non-exclusive tag. So what that means is other teams Lamar can negotiate with other teams.
Mhm.
However, whatever offer they say, let's say Atlanta Falcons, they offer him 250 mil,
Yeah.
230 guaranteed, some stuff like that.
Yeah.
The Ravens would have to match that. And honestly,
Or they could take 2 first-round picks.
or they can say, nope, you're good. Go to the Atlanta, take 2 first-round picks
Yes.
instead. I think that was smart. Sco, I'm going to put you on here. I know you probably don't listen anyways, but he wanted them to just do the exclusive tag. Now, I believe you cannot trade on the exclusive tag, but you can. I believe he has to sign the tag before July 15th, and then they can rework a trade after that and trade for more. However, I still think they made the right move because they don't know the market for Lamar.
Yeah.
Obviously, with Deshaun Watson, he got a crazy contract, but what is that showing? I feel like he's just another obsolete player now, and I don't even think he's gonna be that good anymore. But I think they made the right move because now the market can dictate Lamar in a way,
Yeah.
how much they want to spend for him. Say Atlanta comes out, we'll give you 300 mil guaranteed. You know the Ravens are not paying that, and they'll get 2 first-rounders back.
Yes.
But you know what, though? The Ravens messed up, and they did this before with Flacco. They should have paid him, and this is the thing about some of the Jets rookies, too. We need to pay them after next year is over. If you really want them that bad, Garrett Wilson, Sauce, Brees, dude, pay them. Act like you want them to come back. So whatever offer they get, they're going to take it. Because if you wait until their contract's up, dude, Sauce could be demanding the whole freaking city of New York.
Yes.
Like, get that done now. And they didn't do that. And now it's coming to bite them in the ass. Because Lamar wants so much money. If you would have did that 2 years ago, seeing the player that he was, who knows? That would have been a Derek Carr contract right there. And you would still keep him.
And just put it into perspective here. The tag is $32.41 million.
For the year.
Yeah. And Danny Dimes just got $40 million a year.
And that's another thing, too.
So
Lamar
now
sees him getting paid like that.
Lamar, I mean, is definitely better than Danny Dimes. So he should be getting at least 50 in that scenario.
Listen, I don't mean to cut you off, but I just don't see why, like, the Jets are not, like, this has to be an option. It has to be an option.
I'm sure they're, like, negotiating something, looking at it, because, I mean, you would be, no, but you don't know that.
Well, they're in California right now, so.
Yeah, but we have advanced technology these
Yeah,
days,
that's true.
Mike. We got Zoom, we got Skype, we got FaceTime.
Uvu?
Uvu.
We got chat roulette?
Oh, watch out. Don't get us.
Chat roulette with Lamar! Let's go! Come on.
What was the one that, like, if you go on it, you just see a bunch of dicks?
Omegle?
Omegle.
Omegle and
Yep.
chat roulette were all of those, bro. They would just be fucking flapping their peepees around.
Next.
Next.
It's just dick.
Middle school days. But yes, I just think that even on the plane, even if they were on the plane, once that news dropped, I would be hitting Lamar's agent, whoever it is, his mom, his dad, I don't know, hit him up. Like, dude, you can't. This is again, like, you see a quarterback at that caliber come onto the market, and who cares how much money he is? We're talking about Lamar Jackson. Like, any team would want him if he wasn't that expensive. You know that.
Yes.
And who knows? There might not be a team that actually doesn't want to pay him that much money. Atlanta said they're already out, according to per sources. Atlanta said they're out. California. Carolina probably said they're out too.
Yeah.
The Jets need to be in.
The thing about all of this is, like, if I'm a team, I'm not telling anyone if I'm in or out. I'm telling everyone that I'm out, because the moment you say you're in, that changes how people look at you at the draft.
For sure. And maybe Atlanta's playing
You have
chess.
to, you got to hide what you're trying to do. Like, if it comes out, it comes out. But I think for now, you got to say no. So, I mean, Cordell Patterson tweeted it out 2 hours later. I told Gassy before the show. Diana tweeted that they're out. Cordell Patterson tweeted 2 hours after that tweet, man, it would be awesome if we got Lamar.
Dude, I think he would look tough in an Atlanta Falcons jersey.
It'd be Michael Vick round 2.
Absolutely.
And I think they'd be fantastic.
I think
it's
they
a
would be
shame
really
he won't
good.
have Calvin Ridley,
Yes.
but shout out Duval.
Shout out Duval.
They'll be very good next year.
Dude, that AFC conference is going to be insane.
Derrick Henry might be moving.
Derrick Henry, another guy who might be moving, but who knows? But I just think
But sticking on Lamar.
again, sorry, but Lamar needs to be an option. If Aaron's like, I need a little bit more time, bro, move off. Like, don't waste your time. Like, this is a guy who could be a Jets quarterback for a long time.
I think that you negotiate with Rodgers, but then you backdoor Lamar. And if you can get something done with Lamar, you just turn to Aaron and you act like you went into darkness for 4 days.
It's not like they're going to make an offer right away for Aaron. They're going to talk to him, and they're probably going to stay like tomorrow too and talk to him again. But you have to get in contact with Lamar, dude.
Mhm.
Like, this is a potential franchise quarterback sitting right in your lap at age 26 years old. You have to. Who cares about the injury at that point?
Another thing, like, in this whole scenario, is you got to start weighing out what's going to be brought to your team, because you got a young team. And Lamar is young. He's got the swagger. He'll bring that edge to your team.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers is a bit older. He's on drugs. And, like, do you really want your players getting hooked on all these ayahuascas? No.
No. No. If ever, listen,
I hope so.
if he comes to New York, I guarantee you there will be so much ayahuasca at MetLife Stadium
Oh, it's
that
going to be
dude,
disgusting.
the people won't even know the game's
It's going to be
over.
disgusting.
Yeah,
There's going to be
it's-
4 games going on.
It's going to be bad.
It's going to look like an XFL game.
And yeah, definitely. But it scares me, man. I just wish Rodgers was younger, and I wish he would have more time and was one of those people, a person that would just commit. And we don't know. There's so many questions, and we're never going to find out because it's Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, he'll voice his opinion. Great. I love it. But sometimes it's just, do we want that as a team where it's just drama? Who knows? But as a player, yeah, we want that. As a person, yeah, but there are a lot of questions. So overall, Gas, you got anything on Lamar? Anything you want to say? Potential hope?
He's not coming to the Jets.
Yeah, he's not.
Ah, Jesus.
But hey, I'm crossing my fingers. I give it a 3% chance.
I can't wait to add something to this.
Yeah, almost Lamar Jackson.
All right, so off Lamar, I just have to say this because Adam Schefter tweeted out when we were recording all this. The Broncos signed a wide receiver named Lil Jordan Humphrey.
Hello, Jordan Humphrey.
Lil Jordan.
Nice.
That's a fucking awesome name.
Yeah, it is a cool name. So now let's talk about some of the tags. Tony Pollard, franchise tag.
I like it.
You think he'll get an extension?
Yeah, no, definitely. Because I think that they're tagging Tony, going to analyze Zeke, see what they can get for him, and then they'll give Tony a big contract.
Yeah, he deserves it. And then we got Danny Dimes, just got a deal. Tag Saquon.
Tag Saquon.
I don't think he returns after this year. I think there's another team that will offer him a bag.
Yes. No, there will definitely be a team, and I'm surprised that there wasn't a team this year. I think he stayed because he wants to be in New York. If he wasn't on the Giants and in this project and what they've been doing the last couple of years, I don't think he would have stayed.
Mm-hmm.
He would have been out of there. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
Yeah, I mean, then we got De'Aaron Payne of Washington Commanders. Oh yeah, also wait, I want to hop back on this. So, who are some teams that you think will be on Lamar Jackson? Just one more.
Washington.
You think Washington will be on him?
I think they're heavy on him. They'd be stupid not to.
I think Atlanta's got to be the one. I think they just can't play around here.
Atlanta's fucking with us. They're definitely in on him.
I think they are the ones that are going to get him.
It makes so much sense.
Dude, because Lamar, he doesn't want to go back. Like, he does not want to go back. There's no reason.
Houston?
No, I don't think Houston will.
I'm just looking at it because they didn't get the number 1 pick. But they also he wouldn't want to go to Houston. That's the other thing.
No.
Do you think he wait, we're looking at this the wrong way. He's the one negotiating. Where is Lamar going to negotiate?
But the thing is, he doesn't want to return to Baltimore, so he will have to pick a team. But again, there's not going to be many teams on him. I say max 3 or 4 teams. Yeah. He should come to the Jets.
Yes, but Washington makes a lot of sense because I'm pretty sure he doesn't have to move. So financially, it's an amazing situation.
Absolutely, I agree. So again, I hope that I will reiterate now for future takes. I want Lamar Jackson. Aaron Rodgers is next. If we get Rodgers, I will be happy. However, I still don't think we're winning any Super Bowl with him, and I hope he proves me wrong.
Or Jameis.
Or Jameis. No, we don't want Jameis.
Yes,
I think I'd take Jimmy G over Jameis, and I don't want Jimmy G at all.
I forgot about Jimmy G.
Yeah, so, and the thing is, we might have to give up a first for him, and at that point, I wish we can give up a first next year. That would be the goal. If we can give up a first next year, hell yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so where should we transition from?
Well, I think we should talk about this whole combine shit real quick.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Why the hell are O linemen and D linemen doing this? There's no reason for them to be there. Who gives a fuck how fast you run or how high you jump? Can you block? Can you play in the trenches? These guys are all getting injured because they're trying to do stuff that they're not meant to do.
Dude tore his ACL.
Yeah, one of the best guys. He was the UCLA guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got, I don't know where this dude was from, but he blew out his hamstring. That was an ugly scene on the 40.
Yeah. Do you think the combine is a waste? Do you think it's just absolutely pathetic and should even be a thing?
I don't think it's a waste for everyone.
I agree.
I think it's a good opportunity to see quarterbacks back to back to back, seeing what they can do, kind of seeing like, boom, can you do this? Can you do that? Compared to this guy who's going right after him. I think the 40 is a good look for wide receivers and running backs. But there's no reason for O linemen and D linemen to be there.
Yeah.
You could throw cornerbacks in there. You could throw linebackers in there.
I think
like every position other than that in kickers. Why are we having any of those positions there?
Kickers and punters don't need to be there. O-linemen, I feel like, should be limited to a certain amount of drills. I honestly think the 40 is kind of essential for an O-lineman because of pulling guards, pulling tackles, and whatnot.
I get that, but come on. At what point in a football game are they just sprinting 40 yards?
That is true because they're not sprinting at all.
No. It's a fast jog.
For sure. And you know what, though?
It's a fat man's sprint.
I agree. And I think for quarterbacks, it's actually I think it's actually pretty important, and it doesn't seem it, but you have those drills, especially for wideouts, where they're running slants and you're having 3 quarterbacks rotate in and are hitting them.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't hit those easy layups with no pads on, no pass rush, it's going to look a little sketchy. Excuse me. But Anthony Richardson runs a 4.4. Like, it's a nice little opportunity for certain players to really increase their draft stock. But now, should we be putting them through all these, like, really physical, like, where you're actually risk of injury type of drills and whatnot? No. Like, again, with linemen, doing that little shuffle drill, dude, you can easily just blow your ACL like that guy.
Like, why are we doing this? Just go watch the tape. You can see what they can do.
Exactly. But for all those skill positions, I just think they should definitely limit it where they want to keep them as safe as possible.
Yeah, we say that, but then there was an unnamed team doing a toughness test, and a dude got injured because he just didn't want to back out. Mm-hmm. He got injured. He couldn't participate the second day.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Right. What are these interviews? Are we like, what? How is someone getting injured in a toughness test?
It's a very it's a very like strange topic because I feel like so many fans and like beat writers, they love it, but they also hate it at the same time
Mhm.
because of these instances.
It's just so like I don't understand. Like I get it. You want to see every position. Every position wants to be seen, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I want." Every kid's like, "I want to run the 40 at the combine." Bro, come on. You're 400 pounds. You're gonna be on the O line or D line. We all know you're getting picked.
Mm-hmm.
It's the NFL draft. You're getting picked.
Linemen are getting picked.
Don't go blow your whole career doing this.
Yeah, man, and like that's the thing. Like, just take it. Even if you have a bad combine, like, dude, who cares?
That's what
like,
pro days are for.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you're still gonna be there. They still watch the tape.
Yeah.
You're just showing out, talking to coaches, and just getting a sense of your personality to them.
Like I know I'm just harping on the O line, D line stuff, but I mean, go do the specific stuff that you should do, and then do all your interviews.
Like, I feel like for O
don't
line,
go
it should
do
be more
stuff out of the way.
IQ based rather
Yes.
than
Yes.
physicality based. Like, obviously, like you need to know your blocks and your assignments. I feel like it should be more of that. But it's kind of wild to see the progression of all of these players like in the combine and like doing all these drills because, dude, these people are fast. They're so talented and fast, and just the league is just skyrocketing with skill players and everything. All these quarterbacks, I think only 3 ran. I think every single one of them ran like a 4.4 or 4.7.
Yeah. Another thing I don't like about the combine is that, all right, we watched Bryce Young play for 4 years. He's on Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Those linemen are fucking massive. They all go to the NFL. They are all on NFL lines right now. Why do we care that he's 5'10"? The dude just showed for 4 years that he's one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country behind that line. Why are we questioning if he can play behind an NFL line?
And that's the thing, too. Like, obviously, I know there's some speculation with that where height matters because you have these big, fat old linemen who are 6'6", 6'5", 6'7", where you can't see. But, dude, watch the tape, man. Bryce Young should easily be the quarterback number 1. There's no comparison. Oh, Will Levis could have been on this team if he was on this team. Like, dude, I think Will Levis could be a good quarterback. I mean, he actually had a good combine.
He's got a cannon.
But yeah, like, it's another stupid measurement. How fast can you throw the ball? That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It does not matter.
Yeah, let's look up in Buffalo. Has that mattered once? Has it mattered once?
And you know what, though? Again, it's just one of those where they just see them throw a little bit, but it's just, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, that's just, it's like the gripe that I have with it. Because now if you draft it tomorrow, Anthony Richardson's going number 1.
And you can't use the combine for just, oh my God, he had the best combine out of all the quarterbacks. He's number 1. And I think, obviously, I don't know. I feel like NFL teams are still, even pro days, they're so flabbergasted by how they do at a pro day or at a combine, and it fucks them. Like us with Zach Wilson. Like, dude, no. Like, watch the actual tape. Watch the competition. Watch the offense they're in. Watch the O-line. Watch all their freaking star players or their skill players. Like, that's the stuff that matters. Going to your point, like, just watch the tape.
Can you play football?
Yeah, like, can you play football and can you actually thrive under pressure?
Yeah, like who was the guy that was on Philly, went to the Vikings, wide receiver?
Jalen Reagor.
Yeah, he could run really fast.
John Ross, another guy.
That translated well to the NFL, huh?
Yeah, like, obviously it's great to see them run 4.3s and 4.4s and a 4.29 or something, but dude, they can be fast, but dude, they probably can't catch a cold.
Yeah, exactly. Like, who gives a fuck?
Exactly. But yeah. So I mean, that's it for the free agency talk for now. I don't think I'm really missing anyone, am I?
No, I think that was really it from today, at least.
Yeah. So any other? Okay, we have a UFC last Saturday. Gas, you want to inform us on that? Valentina Shevchenko got guillotined? She got choked out.
It was a rear naked. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but John Jones is the GOAT. We all knew this. Came in and just destroyed Cyril Gane.
Yeah, you see Khabib like say something to Ghana. He was like, "Come to
I
Dagestan,
saw
you be
that.
champion."
Why
That's
won't
sick.
wait? What's up with Ngannou or whatever his name is?
He left the UFC.
He left. Yeah.
So him and John
He's trying
Jones
to
will
do
just never
boxing or
fight.
some stupid shit.
So him and John Jones will never fight.
Maybe someday.
Yeah, maybe someday. I mean, John Jones is just an absolute animal. Like, he just doesn't fight for so long, comes in and just beats Ghana, who's actually a pretty damn good heavyweight fighter.
He's so cool.
Yeah, he's awesome for that. And then Shevchenko, I mean, oh my God. Like, she's one of the greatest women fighters we've probably ever seen, and she gets choked out. Unreal. I mean, listen, those odds, I think that woman was at plus 600. Valentina's plus probably minus 1,200. You know, a lot of people lost some bets. A lot of people. I would have bet Valentina easy. Easy. But, yeah, basketball. Sixers. You got any updates on that?
We're on a win streak on the road. And it's shocking to me that people still think Jokic should win MVP. This motherfucker is just a fat Serbian dude or wherever the fuck he's from. Embiid is so much. He's the best player in the league. You can't tell me he's not. At this moment, he's the best player in the league, most dominant player.
I mean, Giannis, Jokic,
LeBron, Embiid will outscore.
I wouldn't throw LeBron in
Embiid
there
will
right
win
now.
the game. Winning matters. And when Embiid plays all these guys, he wins while putting up buckets, getting assists, getting points.
But you know they won't do that for MVP. Just MVP.
No, they
will never
they
do
change
that.
the
They'll
rules
step
when
back.
it comes to the process. The league changes the rules when it comes to the process. If the process was up 3-0 in the Eastern Conference Championship, they would make it illegal for the center to score points.
I still thought Luka should have won it. I mean, Jokic is, but this is the thing though. Like the Nuggets are winning. Like they're first in the West right now.
That's cool. They
And
lost to the Sixers.
I mean, I still think Jokic should definitely win it just because of his numbers and how they are. But it's kind of like died out now. Like we know how good he is. It's kind of like Messi, Ronaldo type of thing. Like,
But, Mike, Embiid is doing all this with no team. He didn't have Harden and Maxey for a long time, and he was the only guy out there, and he was still doing it.
mhm.
If you put Jokic in Philly, I guarantee we're just running back the process right now. It's over.
I think Harden's getting a little slept on right now. I think he's had an unbelievable year.
That was the snub of the All-Star
post-injury.
game. Snub of the All-Star game.
Dude, he had like 14 and 20.
He's
20
had-
assists yesterday.
He's had, yesterday was the first time he didn't score 20 in like 7 games. And he's so good, bro.
Can we talk about the Knicks right now?
Oh, yo, Knicks.
The Knicks?
You mean Villanova?
The Knicks?
You mean Villanova?
Yo, Emmanuel quickly. It looks like they don't have a good squad, but they're on like a 9-game win streak right now.
Josh Hart,
Josh
Jalen Brunson.
Ever since Josh Hart was there, I don't think they have lost.
No, Josh Hart is so. This is what I've been saying for years. Josh Hart is so good. Villanova players, put them into your lineup. You're guaranteed effort and you're guaranteed wins. Right now, the Knicks they got rid of Archiak. No, and they got Josh Hart. That's unfortunate. But Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson, that's good basketball right there. Just wait till Jay Wright takes over as head coach.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, so that would actually be kind of sick. But
Nice,
the
come
thing
to the
is with
Sixers.
Jalen Brunson, so me, Ponyo, Logan, all the guys were talking about this, and I kind of agree with Logan and Ponyo here. I think Jalen Brunson should be most improved player. Now, Lauri Markkanen, obviously, he was an average person. He came out to the Utah and has been absolutely unbelievable.
Yes.
Like all-star, definitely an all-star, has just really changed his game up. I think it's between him and Brunson. He's definitely a favorite, but the fact that Brunson was on the bench for the Mavs, got signed to the Knicks, and he's been unbelievable. I mean, you could really make a case. I feel like at that point it's a coin flip.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm gonna sound all right. When I say both these things, I'm gonna sound like such a not bandwagon,
Go
but
ahead.
just like totally biased. Tyrese Maxey should be in that conversation because he's scoring 20 a night, and he's just getting better and better. He's good on
He's a damn
he's
good point
really
guard.
good on defense. He's really good on offense. Now, Jalen Brunson, I think, deserves it because you could say he was doing this at the end of last season, but really he only did it in the playoffs. He only did it for those 8 to 10 games in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Lauri Markkanen, we've all known that he's had this in him, and he's finally doing it. But he did it at the beginning of his Bulls career too. We never saw this from Brunson.
Yeah.
So
And
I
that's the thing, too.
think Brunson should be the front runner, but I think Markkanen will end up getting it just because they'll look at Brunson as having all these people around him.
Yeah, I mean what you said is true. I mean, Lauri, they expected him to do this. He did it for a brief amount of time. Then after that, he was just some average guy. But I think going to Utah and being a focal point, which I don't think
Yeah.
anyone in Utah was supposed to be a focal point.
No.
Seeing him thrive like this he's elevated his game big time, and I don't think he stops. But Jalen Brunson, how about RJ Barrett? Like Zion? Was it just all Zion? I mean, listen, it's still a damn good player, but we're waiting for it. Like we're still waiting for him to be the player he wants to be.
I think RJ is a guy that needs people around him, and at the moment, I think he's lost his confidence because he's now got, you could argue, 5 guys around him that are all doing their job really well, and he's probably looking at it like, damn, like I'm doing my job really well, maybe like twice a week.
You know what? I think, I think, but you know,
most people get fired for that.
For sure. And I think the Knicks looked at him like a guy who can be the number one and like take over a game. Yeah. But deep down, I think he knows, like even PG said it, like I need help to win a championship. Yeah. I think RJ is right in that category as well. So having Jalen Brunson there, having Mitchell Robinson, who can be good, but is not the best center in New York. Don't go crazy, Knicks fans. Yeah. Rooting for y'all. Nets fan, but Nicholas Claxton is the best big in New York, and I don't care what anyone else says. That man is a dog. Mikal Bridges is having a phenomenal couple of games.
Villanova. That was I didn't think that the Nets could get better making that trade.
Finally, they did something right.
But I think we talked about this. Like the Nets getting that team together, it's just a bunch of guys that aren't the guy, so no one gives a shit who gets the points.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I still think you need at least one guy.
I mean,
but having
Bridges.
Yes, exactly. And you know what? I always looked at Bridges as not being a guy like that because when he was on the Suns, it was CP3. It was Booker.
He wasn't allowed to be.
It was Ayton. He was more of a defensive specialist. But now my mindset has completely changed on this guy. Like he's a dog. Like he could score.
And I'm very happy for that group of Nova guys. That I keep coming back to Nova. I'm a huge Nova fan.
Obviously.
But, I mean, if you look at those national championship teams, none of those guys were, like, highly touted NBA draft picks. Mm-hmm. But, like, if you ask any Nova fan or anyone that's, like rabid about Villanova, Jalen Brunson,
it's so fun to see.
Josh Hart, Big Smooth didn't pan out. Arcidiacono didn't really pan out, but he still found his way around the league. Yep. You got Mikal Bridges. Mm-hmm. Amari Smolin's playing overseas, dropped 52 last night.
Nice.
But all these guys, like we looked at them like, yo, these could be really good players in the NBA, and no one else did. And now they're all finally getting their shot for the most part.
It's a nice look for Villanova too, especially for like all the current athletes watching like college ball, seeing that they went there, who follow it.
And Cam Whitmore's going to probably come out this year. I can't see a way that he stays at Nova. I mean, he's projected to go 7th in the draft. I can't see a way that he stays.
What do you think about all this Ja Morant stuff that's happening?
Listen, I'm not going to say that he was stupid because I'm sure that there's a reason why he had the gun. But I mean, like, we got to be smarter because
I'm right there with you.
He's the
he's
the face. Well, not even that. I'm saying he's the face of like this generation, face of the NBA. Like, I love him. I think he's amazing on and off the court. I think everything he does is awesome. But I mean, we can't be punching 17-year-olds in the face a bunch of times at your own basketball court.
It's just like
you can't be like. There's just certain there comes a point where like if you got 3 issues between you and your friends that go public and like they all involve a gun and they're all within a month of each other, usually they're like you have an issue.
It's just like I feel like as you got to be a wise man to just understand this. Like we're in an era now where everything's getting reported. There's so many regulations of what you can and what you can't do. Miles Bridges, like just learn from this, guys. Like I get it. Like, listen, you want to have a gun on you. Okay, I understand. Like, but you can't carry it on a plane. Don't bring it on the plane. Like, it is whatever. And I feel bad because like I like Ja Morant too, and like it sucks to see such a good superstar like go through this. He's about to go through like a 50-game suspension, and like they're about to make the playoffs.
Now I don't know if it'll be that. Is that what they're saying?
They said if they're trying to find if he did bring a gun on the plane, it's a 50-game suspension immediately.
I mean, if we're talking about that, he probably had it at warm-ups too.
Where do you have it, Muller?
I'm not going to speculate.
Where do
But-
you have it? Where do you have it?
I mean, I think we all know.
Well,
It was pointing at fucking Draymond Green.
yeah.
Um,
Tyrese Halliburton is going to win MVP in the next 2 years.
fair enough.
By the way.
I like that pick.
He is so good.
Unless Embiid does.
Yeah, they're another. I love underdog teams. The Pacers are that team.
Paolo Banchero, rookie of the year,
Rookie of the year?
easily. Guy is so good.
Yeah, he's pretty damn good.
Fun fact for you guys: any night that he is put up for 19.5 points or 20.5
They
points,
win.
take it. Dude's just dropping 24 a night, and like Vegas refuses to move the line higher.
Yeah. They're another interesting team that could be good. They're just young, but they'll get there.
No, they got Fultz starting. There's no fucking way, bro. There's no way.
I
The
still
dude,
can't believe the
dude can't
Sixers-
shoot. I haven't watched him play in a while since he was on the Sixers, but I'm telling you right now, he can't shoot. Just like Ben Simmons can't shoot.
I still can't believe that the Sixers took Fultz over Tatum. I can't. I thought that was a stamp lock. Like, dude, just
Well-
take the guy from Duke. It's so obvious.
I mean, everyone makes a big deal about that, and like how Celtics made all these great moves, and they've been way more
slacking right now.
they've been way more successful, bro. How many
They haven't won anything.
How many championships? Yeah, exactly. Since the process started, the Celtics haven't. They've won the same amount of trophies as the Sixers. 0.
Yeah.
They got
won
0.
nothing. I honestly think Jaylen Brown is better.
Nah, Tatum's a dog, bro. He might win MVP this year. If he didn't get injured, he would have won MVP.
I think Jaylen Brown is.
He's been injured
He's
twice.
just been under his shadow.
Yeah.
He's so good.
I mean, Tatum had to take him out so he could get back on top.
Exactly. There
Yeah.
you go. He took his own teammate out.
You're telling me that was on accident? Nah,
No
Tatum
way.
peeked over his shoulder like he was Messi and just bah,
Yep.
gave him that broken nose.
I have 2 bets in right now if we want to get back into betting.
Well, it's March Madness time.
Give me your picks. I'm taking. Well, I did take the Bucks to win the finals.
Dumb.
This is when the Celtics were first.
Got it.
I got it at like plus 420, and then I took. I don't know why. I like the odds. I took the Clippers to win the finals plus like 1400. So
Dude, they got
Do some
Russell
money on
Westbrook. They're done.
Russell Westbrook. But feel for the guy. But listen, any other thoughts we want to touch on before we leave? You want to mention?
No,
NCAA?
Listen, NCAA basketball is back. It is March.
Take the floor.
Madness is happening. All right, so the top 4 right now or top 5. It goes Houston, Alabama. No, Houston, UCLA, Alabama,
Purdue.
Kansas, Purdue.
Okay.
Now, don't bet on Purdue. Every time that you watch Purdue, it's an upset. So I don't know how they're still number 5. They're always in the top 5, but then somehow they're always getting upset. Doesn't make much sense. So basically, it's not an upset if Purdue loses. It's not an upset. Don't put your money on Purdue to win this tournament. I personally think that the winner of the NCAA tournament is going to be from the SEC or Big 12, solely because the SEC and Big 12 have the most quad 1 teams in it, which means they're all playing each other. They're going to be battle tested.
What about Pitt? Are they in the tournament?
Pitt is on the bubble, so it's actually pretty interesting. I'm going to read you the bubble real quick. These are the main teams on it at the moment going into championship week. We got Boise State, NC State, Pitt, PSU, Rutgers, the boys from the East.
Are
Right?
on the verge.
All on the bubble. If they have good tournaments, they'll get in. Mississippi State, Utah State, and Nevada. I personally think that Boise State and NC State will get in. I think Pitt deserves to get in. I'm not sure how they did today. I would think they played this afternoon. Penn State, they're not a basketball school. They're not getting in.
Mhm.
Villanova has a better shot. Mississippi State won't get in. Utah State. Rutgers should get in. Nevada will get in. So those are my picks from the bubble right now. Rutgers is very good. Pitt's very good. So if they get favorable matchups, I would take them.
Molly, we gotta release. We gotta release all of us. We'll put
Yeah.
in brackets, and we'll just post them.
I got
and we'll take a poll on who we think's gonna win. But I'm excited for that. But any NCAA bets, send them my way.
Yeah.
We'll even do maybe a little Muller Madness mortal walks. How's that?
Yeah. One more thing. Alabama is really, really good, but they also have the most off-court damage going on right now.
Yes,
They
I
got
know.
players shooting
And
each other.
He's still playing. Is that correct?
So he supposedly gave the I don't know what happened. I think he gave the gun to the other player, and the other player didn't kill the guy, but he was with the guy that killed the guy.
But he's
And
still
then
dropping
Hunter,
like 40 a game.
it turns out Hunter, it wasn't his gun, but he gave the bag to the guy. Yeah, he's fucking sick. Hunter just won Player of the Year for the SEC. But
Alabama's not a basketball school, correct? Is this like
now
a
they are.
rarity?
No,
Now
the
they
last
are?
couple of years they've been really good. It's ever since they got Nate Oates. Nate Oates has kind of turned them around, but then Nate Oates was also a fucking moron this last week.
So they're putting Alabama on the map for basketball now. See, I like
Basketball.
that. I like when teams like that really come about and just like Loyola, Chicago Loyola, Loyola
Yeah.
Chicago,
Yeah.
or teams like that. But
Definitely.
I'm excited to watch. I know I'll be on at work a lot, so I'll be watching a lot of ball. But besides that, that's all I got. Hopefully by next week we'll have a lot more football news where we can really dive in and start talking
Yes.
about stuff. Hopefully soon we'll see some football futures where we
Yeah.
can all at least place a $100 bet down. You like that?
That's going to be terrifying, but I'm in.
Or we can do something where one player picks each team in a division to win, one picks MVP and like all those awards, and then one picks the Super Bowl outcome, something like that. But I'm excited to bet.
All right.
I miss gambling. I miss gambling on football. So whenever the futures come out, best believe I'm going to bet on it.
Cowboys.
To win a division,
Nope, everything.
everything. You heard it here first.
Give me
So
Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs to the Cowboys. Jets are getting Aaron Rodgers. Jets are winning the AFC East. Eagles are not going to make it back to the playoffs.
Oh,
I'm
no.
just kidding. I don't know here.
Fun fact, the last 17 quarterbacks to go to the Super Bowl and lose their
Never
first
made
Super
it
Bowl
back.
never made it back. So Philly, have fun with that big contract you're about to give Jalen Hurts, you fucking idiots.
See you later, guys. We're done.